It's your boy KRS to service. That's right, baby. I'm back from the asylum. Do I look crazy? Do I look crazy? I am crazy. Hey, you talking to me? So, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about Sun in the 5th house in Capricorn for Virgo ascendant people. And what happens when Saturn is in the 5th house for Virgo ascendant people? That means Sun is going to be in the 5th house in the sign of Capricorn. And if you do not know if your Sun is placed here, what your other planetary placements are, all your astrological details, for that check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link. So, Sun in the 5th house in Capricorn. So yeah, I decided to, just go a little bit clean. I'm about to go to New York, for some business deals and to see some stuff from someone, which I'll describe when I'm there. But, yeah, man, I just feel so... It's like a weight has been lifted. Now I can just get up, not worry about how I look. And I don't have to hear complaints of all of you who say I look dirty, I need to comb my hair, I need to do something with my hair. Well, guess what? I did something with my hair. I got rid of them. You pushed me to the edge. So for Virgo ascendant people, Sun is occupying the 5th house right now, right? Not right now, meaning your horoscope. So first of all, the sign of Leo is ruling the 12th house because Sun rules the 12th house. What is the 12th house? 12th house represents foreign lands, foreign places, spirituality, occult. Oh, not occult, but it's like your subconscious mind. It represents hospital, jails, asylums, monetary sanctuaries, spiritual sanctuaries. It's your, what do you call it? It's your unconscious mind. It's kind of like also the house of self-undoing. Like, hey, I just don't care to do anything in this plane. I want to do something outside of this physical plane. So that's what 12th house is. 12th house is also isolation. So now, it's ruled by the sign of Leo. Leo is the sign of, power, creativity, creative self-expression, politics, children. It's a original 5th house, of the zodiacs, ruling the 12th house. Then Lord of that Sun, which represents ego and self-esteem and confidence and your vitality, father, authoritative figures, is in the 5th house. And 5th house is, as you know, is the house of children, arts, media, creativity, creative self-expression, education, speculative business, political throne. So what do we see here? Well, part of it shows that you are going to be getting, or especially your children are going to be getting, foreign opportunities to go and study and finish their education. The other part of your destiny is to go to foreign lands or be involved in a government position that has to do with foreign policies, that has to deal with dealing with international governments. This also shows that your subject matter to study in school could be international business, could be history, world history, political science. This also shows that through the birth of your children, you're going to find authoritative position in foreign lands. Because when you have children, like your first child, what's going to happen? 5th house becomes active. So if 5th house is active, what's happening? Sun's going to become active. So if Sun becomes active, what's happening? 12th house becomes active. So clearly shows that you will get an authoritative position or an opportunity to be in foreign lands or working behind the scenes. This is also because 5th house represents, past life deeds. The learning about, the higher philosophical texts as well, because it's the Bhavam of the 9th house. Shows me that one's ego and soul is here to lose its ego so it can understand things higher than itself. And especially through children, that process can come. So birth of children can actually make you more spiritual as a person. You can lose your ego and your pride, and you realize that it does not exist. At the same time, your children may benefit through foreign governments. Also, if Sun is in a more difficult dignity, in conjunction with other planets, in aspect with other planets, that can also represent tremendous amount of tension or burden may feel through either study and education, through change of jobs, because 5th house is also change of job. It's the 8th from the 10th house. Or like when you have children, you just feel like, oh my God, I have so many responsibilities, how I'm going to handle this. And so that's how you also lose your ego. You're like, oh, I was so young looking and fresh looking, and now I'm like, oh, I'm like just losing myself. So a person may become quite, psychologically damaged because of the fact the other malefic influence may hurt your ego when you have to deal with things related to children. This is one of the places where someone can actually abandon their children. And you can't say just because you have this placement that, oh, I love my children and I'll never abandon them. You got to understand, there are many, many people that do that. And the reason why I'm saying this is not just to put some mumbo jumbo out there. I see people's horoscope, especially when I used to do childbirth consultation, or whenever you're trying to tell me something in email before I do your consultation, like, look, this happened and blah, blah, blah. And most of the time I noticed where for Virgo ascendant, when 12th Lord was in the 5th house, this person had to go through certain things where they felt tremendous amount of, responsibility to handle their children and deal with their children. But then some cases I saw, Sun as a 12th Lord being in the 5th house, as soon as children were born, they went up high into executive positions. They went up high. They got a government jobs. Especially in India, I saw this many times where people who had children suddenly got, benefits from the government. So either way, the fine line can shift either way. I'm just telling you what is in the middle. Okay? So don't just take this, oh, well, this is what happened, how come it's not true? No. It'll be true if I or someone else would to look at the horoscope and see what nakshatra your sun is sitting in, where the nakshatra lord is sitting, where the dispositor of sun is sitting, which is Saturn, if any planet is conjunct or aspect Saturn. That will give a true picture. But this is pretty much what the energy itself is doing. Okay? So I hope this has given some insights into this placement of sun. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you want to know where your sun is placed, all your astrological details, my books, reports, consultations, for that check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.